Hi, welcome back to Real Talk with Sarasota's luxury waterfront specialist, Roger Pettingell. Hey, Roger.
Hey from Bogey Lane.
Hey from Country Club Shores.
Right.
You know, I thought we'd chat a little bit about something that's very topical, and that is the volatility we've seen recently, just for a few days, in the stock market, and how that may or may not influence.
I mean, I think it's definitely a topical subject, right?
Definitely.
I mean, certainly it's something that we're all seeing, probably because of that huge volatility. And some sellers, frankly, have asked me, how is that going to affect our market?
I'm sure.
You know, I think it's way too early for something like that. But the second home market in particular, which is a lot of what we service, is very much tied with the stock market, right?
Is. Yep.
If anything, I think it's kind of from an emotional point of view, because I don't think people have really been taking their money out of the stock market and putting it into the second home market. But the wealth that's been created in the last years is just phenomenal. And I've always actually encouraged people. I remember back to, I don't even remember, it's been 30 years of selling, but one of the stock market downturns, and somebody walked into an open house and said to me, you know, with what I lost on Friday, I could have bought this house.
Wow.
And I'm always thinking like, well, why don't you? You know, you know, I mean, we've got a lot of wealth that's been created, and why not diversify that into another asset, which is something that you can touch and enjoy, and have be a appreciating asset that we've seen.
Yeah, and you might want to think about this new listing we have at Country
Right,
Club Shores.
Country Club Shores is a wonderful second home community.
It is.
I lived here. I lived in this very same location, not this same house, but this is, we mentioned Bogey Lane, and the beauty of this is that the houses look straight down the canal.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people like that as opposed to looking across. You know, in the updating of this home, they put in a new seawall, which is something very important. You know, in a Country Club Shores or a Bird Key, if you don't have a new seawall, you're going to have one, right? Like they only last, 50 so years, and they were put in 60 years ago. So you want to have that, beautiful gardens here.
Gorgeous landscaping.
And to be able to walk right across the street to the beach, to have a boat. Those are the kind of second home things people look at. And so, if your Apple stock is tripled, why not take a little off the table and buy this home in Country Club Shores?
Absolutely. We'd love to show it to you. The address is 1055 Bogey Lane. And for more information on this listing and all of our listings, be sure to visit us often at longboatrealestate.com. Thanks so much for joining us on Real Talk. We'll see you next time.